Once we finished up at the Robert Bourassa power plant, we got back on the Billy Diamond Highway, heading for kilometer 600. From there, we turned onto Route de la Baie James and drove towards Chisasibi. Chisasibi is a First Nations community of Cree. The road was a bit of a mix. Some parts were paved, others weren't. But after a little over an hour, we made it to Chisasibi. We stopped and had our meal, and we also visited their memorial arena. So we're in the community center. Then continued our drive all the way to the coast. It was our very first look at James Bay, which is also part of Hudson Bay.
The first glimpse.
I bet you over this hill, we're going to get the next glimpse.
You're gonna stay here overnight, so
Yeah.
you can have lots of.
Look, there's James Bay.
You should call it Hudson Bay.
Right. Well, it's part of Hudson's Bay.
Yeah. See, we will have there.
So, this was one of my goals from a long time ago. I'm finally at James Bay. I'm actually so far up James Bay. I'm so far up, I'm practically at Hudson's Bay. It's a beautiful sunset. It's a very nice day. It's around 18 to 20 degrees, even though we're in the middle of a heat wave. It was really rainy and humid yesterday. However, there is something special about that island, as well as every other island in James Bay and Hudson's Bay. It's legally part of Nunavut. Kaya, you're needed.
You don't have to be here. This is the Hudson Bay.
Kaya, can you come down this beach here? No, get her on the beach there.
Huh?
Kaya, we need you. What's that guy? Kaya, that's James Bay! Oh, wow. That was quick. James Bay is a large body of water that is located at the southern end of Hudson's Bay. It is not a separate bay in itself, but rather a southern appendage of Hudson Bay. It is bordered by the provinces of Quebec and Ontario, with the islands within the bay being part of Nunavut. Our map showed the boundary with Nunavut coming down and touching the coast of Quebec along James Bay in several places, including this one. Walking out in the water, therefore, meant we were in Nunavut. But just to be sure, I wanted us to stand on a rock to make sure, because that's an island.
Don't fall.
Okay, so if this is an island, I'm in Nunavut.
Okay, you're in the Nunavut. Because on this dot, this water belongs to Nunavut.
Now, what should it be, Betty?
It's salt.
Mildly salty. So Jenny is at the ashore of her very last province or territory to get into. Theoretically, as soon as you leave the shore, you're in Nunavut, but we think maybe getting on something that looks a bit more like an island, you know, not rather than water, seems a bit better. But Jenny is paddling in James Bay, also her first time.
Nunavut.
Okay, let's do it, Jenny. No, behind you, there's an island. So the treaty says that every island in James Bay and Hudson's Bay is part of Nunavut. There, okay, that's 1 foot in Nunavut. Oh no. Oh dear, I picked a better rock then, even though it was higher. Well, you had 1 foot in Nunavut.
Yeah, 1 foot in.
Okay, that would be 2 feet on an island.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm in the none of it.
Looks like it.
People just park their snowmobiles here during summer. There's another one. They just leave it here for months until snow falls. Kaya wants to go north. So we walk back to our little gree. She's gonna camp here tonight, facing Hudson Bay. I've been in Canada 25 years. I heard all about Hudson Bay.
Yes.
This is literally Hudson Bay,
Yes.
not just the company.
It's not the company, it's what the company was named after.
This is the place. It's beautiful. It's not the place I buy a dress.
Yep.
Here's how we cutting Kaya's booty sticks.
It's a hacksaw.
Hey, Kaya, your nose. You don't want to cut your nose.
Okay, Jenny, this is a very special night because we got to James Bay, well, which is part of Hudson's Bay, so new water source. We got to, technically, because we walked out in the water and got up on a rock, which is technically an island, the islands are owned by Nunavut. So we went to our last province or territory in Canada that we hadn't visited.
Cheers.
Cheers! Oh, and Kaya paddled, and some people say if you paddle in James Bay, that counts, even though it's not on an island. I'm not sure about that. But she did paddle in a new huge water source. And technically James Bay is part of Hudson's Bay. Technically Hudson's Bay is part of the Arctic Ocean. So technically she was back in the Arctic Ocean on the other side of Canada.
So why the Hudson Bay is so important to you?
Well, I haven't been there. But I can say that about a lot of places. It's big and I hadn't been there. And
No, but you always wanted to go Hudson Bay.
Actually, I only looked as far as James Bay, and I looked from the Ontario side, and the roads didn't seem to go. And then I discovered this one that comes on the Quebec side, and we were in the neighborhood, so add 1,000 kilometers, and we're up here.
By the way, James Bay is Hudson Bay.
It's in Hudson's Bay, so it's part of Hudson's Bay, and the important thing was, I tasted the water, and it was kind of salty.
Okay, we made
Hey,
it.
cheers! Can you show us what we did special?
Well, before we decided to finish Trans-Labrador, we decided to go home through Montreal, Ottawa, go home. But then we suddenly say, no, we're going to Saguenay. From Saguenay, we all drove to this city called Chibougamau, but it's not into Chibougamau. We didn't do this part because there's 460 kilometers
Ouch. Of gravel.
gravel road. So instead we're going this road short, and also if you go this road, you're not start with the Billy Diamond Highway, the beginning.
You're not starting the
So
beginning
we're gonna
of that
go
highway.
from here all the way here to Matagami.
And just that little dotted line was the gravel bed.
Yeah, that is 115 kilometers gravel road. From here, then you're started with
Billy
Diamond Highway all the way to Radisson. Then we visit the dam and then going to here, to this community and
James
the James Bay and the Hudson Bay.
Hudson's Bay. Oh.
We have a big thunderstorm here.
You're so sophisticated there.
See that? Very, very angry cloud. Wow. Our van is shaking. Wow, this is crazy. Hudson Bay is angry.
We just had a horrible storm come through. We have a beautiful rainbow there. But what we're seeing right now, that's James Bay. And when we look up over here, the sun is just setting. We're at a cove that sticks out, and I'm looking west. And James Bay is basically right behind the cove.
Good morning. This is our next day at Hudson Bay Beach. Look at this beautiful sunrise.
Where is she?
That's the other side.
Kaya hasn't got up yet.
Kaya's under the cover. Yeah, see that move? Eight. Jesus.
Is she gonna come out?
Are you gonna come out, Kaya? Oh, there you go. See how you find it. Oh, big yarn. There you go. That is mommy's Kaya. Leaving now. We had a fantastic night last night. The thunderstorm was dramatic. Bye bye. So we gotta turn right.
I think so, yeah.
There you go. But we're gonna go to Fort George. We just turn into this road to go to Fort George.
Oh.
It does have a sign.
It looks like a ferry. Do we want to go across? I've come down the shore a little bit from where the ferry supposedly takes off, and I found this vehicle moored. Now that looks like it would take a couple of vehicles. It's just not in service right now. All I have to do is to find out what its schedule is then.
Here is the Chisasibi. Oh, we needed their Tim Horton. Oh, this guy, he has Tim Hortons in his
Yeah.
hands. Oh, he wanted to talk.
Oh, hello? Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, I don't smoke. I'm sorry.
This is their arena. So I was there.
Oh.
That
that's
is the Tim Hortons.
the side of it?
So here is the Chisasibi Heritage Center. They don't have a visit center. Even Google shows that there's a visit center. We did confirm with the staff here. Oh, Hudson Bay blanket. By the way, I did ask the staff here, we can take a movie, but just don't use the flash lights to take a photo. We got the schedule for the ferry. We were at the dock at 8 a.m. The ferry starts at 8:30 a.m., only 30 minutes early. After visit the Heritage Center, we decided to visit this Fort George. We're coming here waiting for the barge or ferry. See, the ferry is coming. So the different barge and ferry, the barge is smaller, right?
I guess that's what it is, yeah.
So because David,
The van counts as senior.
yeah, it's free. Only me
Wow.
gets $5.
Actual receipt for
We
a
even get
$5
a
toll.
receipt for $5. Dave was thinking it's gonna be super expensive for this.
I almost didn't come.
You have to thank me, right?
I do, yes.
So Bodge is leaving. Oh, you back into it so you can drive off easier.
Yeah, because it doesn't drive through like some barges.
Kaya right now is a professional ferry rider. Just don't leave her in the van.
Yeah, there's one of two campers that'll be crossing today. So we're on Fort George Island in Quebec.
It's all sand.
And it is, no wonder they were worried about erosion. It's not just sandy shores. Fort George was established as a Hudson's Bay Company trading post in 1803 on an island at the mouth of the La Grande River. This island was already a traditional summer gathering place for the Cree people, who were nomadic at the time. As the Cree people began to settle down in the early 20th century, the island became their permanent home. The community grew to a population of almost 2,000 people by 1980.
There's the house. Those are the abandoned houses. That lady, and she drove away and disappeared.
Yeah.
The GPS, you're driving on.
Yeah,
on
it
the
says
river.
I'm driving.
In the middle of the river.
Yeah. In the late 1970s, the James Bay Hydroelectric Project on the La Grande River was undertaken, and it forced the residents to make a difficult choice. Rather than face the threat of erosion, they decided to physically relocate their entire town to the mainland.
Yeah, there's a house.
I think they still live there.
That's a laundry?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
In the woods.
Oh.
So today, Fort George is an abandoned town, a ghost town. You can still see the remnants of the community, foundations of buildings, overgrown roads, and a cemetery. It's a reminder of the community's past and the immense effort of the relocation. This is bumpy, but the other interesting thing is there's a couple of ATV tracks, but there's some vehicle tracks.
See, there's a house.
Yeah, that looks in pretty good shape.
There's more homes there. Probably there's summer.
Could be like a summer cottage.
Yeah. Somewhere we're gonna stop and walk around. See, there's a car. This is a pretty functional car, right? No? Oh, okay.
No, I don't think that's very functional.
Wow. See, that's a bigger community there.
Yeah. But
This is
I don't know-
abandoned.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't seem like they live there now. Yeah, yes. It does, yeah. And there's the pickup truck that was beside us on the ferry. She's a local.
It feels like a ghost town. really looks like a ghost town here.
Summer cottage.
I don't mind owning one of those ghost ones.
Okay, I want to draw your attention to this over here.
Which one?
This isn't a construction site from the 70s. That's current work.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we're walking to the other side of Fort George. Oh, look at this one. There's no roof. Oh, this is, they're building a one here. Yeah, it's a summer cottage. The island is very, very narrow, so we just walked. It's the other side of the river. Kaya, run. Kaya, don't go too far. This is a great beach to swim, and there's nobody here. If this beach is in Toronto, it's gonna be packed. Look at this beautiful, beautiful white sand beach on Fort George. I guess slowly this place will become somebody's summer vacation cottages. That's quite nice. See, this is a good one. Hudson, maybe somebody's in there. I love those big teepees. Still going, so we keep going until we sink into a hole and then we stop.
So I try it on regular.
It looks pretty good, but I don't know those.
It's pretty firm bottom. It may get narrower and narrower.
Because it's not maintained.
So we're traveling down a walking trail to where there was in a residential school. So here's a ribbon tied around this tree at the side that says every child counts. So this is on the trail to the residential school. This is an old boat. Well, ship that was kind of junked here, and they never moved it or anything. And they said you can like go and explore inside it. So, wow. No security or anything. Let's go take a look. Went up the ladder to the first level and I'm walking around. I get the feeling there's a lid here that you can lift up. It would be lifted up by something, I guess. No, it's a platform. Oh, that's not that thick though. I can hear it echoing and feel it vibrating. Okay, then I'll go up here. I get the feeling they unwelded some structure off the top. Maybe it was a cabin. Oh, and this is where you go in it. Ah, I think I'll just look. I smell a lot of diesel fuel. And I'm looking at it upside down. Oh, and there's another way to go down there, another ladder. Oh boy. So you could have gone right down into the hull.
Okay, you standing there, take a picture.
Okay.
Slow, slow. Every step we need to be stable.
Yeah. So we're coming back out from the boat. This is the site of the residential school. It's marked off with all these Every Child Matter ribbons tied to the trees around the site. Yes. Oh, it all makes sense now. So apparently they demolished the school. I'm not surprised. Okay, this is a billboard near the site, and it shows it a lot more clear than it is now. There was a lot more of the building than that bit of grass I saw, but I can see the ship, which I'm assuming is the same one and in the same place. It looks the same. So if that's where we just were, then the school was all around here, and they had all that clear behind it. Okay, so I'm gonna go down the road here, and there's a clearing here, and I believe that's what we're looking for. So this is the site that corresponds to the left-hand side of that picture on the billboard. I saw this and thought, oh, somebody's putting a new home in here, even though they've all been relocated off the island. I'm not so sure. I'm wondering if this was cleared and investigated. So there's 4 stakes. And then lots of ribbons around here. Oh, look! And there's a cross here. This visit, for me, was very important as a part of the process of truth and reconciliation. Maybe a memorial would go in here later. No, I think this was simply cleared to investigate. And that was it. So we walked up to this one house that was marked on Google as being something important, but it was in French and I didn't understand it. And on the outside of the building, it says Fort George Bay James, but it's not open. So this is the old church, which hasn't been taken down. And across from it is the cemetery that, for obvious reasons, they are permanent. I'd read some things on the internet that may or may not be correct, or I may or may not have interpreted them correctly, and I asked about it in town and they denied it. Anyway, just in case it's true, I had heard that this cemetery is in some way governed by Nunavut, not Quebec. So that would suggest that there's something about who's buried here, which original tribes they belong to. That's the only reason I can see that that would be the case, because this island doesn't stick far enough down the river and out into James Bay to be covered by the treaty that says they get the islands. I thought I would walk through and see it, and if I ever get any more clarity on this question, at least I don't regret not having come here and looked at it. And the other thing is that I read somewhere it's a Catholic cemetery, which would blow apart all of the other theories. 1966 on that stone. 1966 on that one. 1964, 1965. Actually, there's quite a bit in here. Quite a few graves. You can certainly see more gravestones here. And it's very important that Kaya's walking in here. But it depends on which of the stories I've heard may or may not be true.
So you believe that this belongs to Nunavut?
Not really. No, I'm tending not to see all of the logic behind those stories. I believe that the paddling she did yesterday counted, though, after that last site I looked at this morning that just said the border runs all the way around James Bay and includes all the islands. So she walked in James Bay, and that puts her in none of it. Church. It was left, but it's not maintained. I don't know, I might be able to see in. I'm not sure what I expected. What I'm getting at is the panel walls. I found that interesting. It's 70s-ish. So it's severely boarded up at the front. Oh, well, these windows are all covered up. I guess maybe they missed a couple. Oh, I think, except for the trees. Okay, and there's broken windows there. And the thing is, the back here, obviously with the path here, I'm not the first person to snoop around to try and see in the window. Oh, funny that there's a ladder here, eh? Okay, I gotta watch out for the broken glass here. Oh, I see. This is the front of the church. Oh, people have broken into it to look in, broken through the window just to see inside the church. Interesting. Yes. Okay. Look at the vegetation around here. The ground cover, the trees. Well, honestly, the deathly silence is beautiful. So, I'm going to return to find Jenny. So we got right in the middle of nowhere, near the church, we got to this billboard. The first Anglican day school was opened in 1907, then St. Philip's Indian Residential School was established in 1933. It was burned down in 1943 and rebuilt in 1944 to 63. The residence building that you're seeing was in operation then. Well, let's go find the residence building. Uh-oh. Why don't I see it? Oh, I guess they meant you're seeing it on the picture. They tore it down. Yeah. Oh, okay.
This looks like somebody's house is still occupied. Maybe it's a summer house. Facing that water. Very nice.
So we're in the van today. We're parked on Fort George, right next to the cemetery, which is a fairly famous one. We are essentially in a ghost town, if you want to call it that, although some people have summer residences here and many buildings are abandoned and the roads are in bad shape. But this is where we are having lunch today. And why not? We are still parked outside the graveyard on Fort George Island, but Kaya doesn't normally spend her whole afternoon after lunch staring so dedicatedly out the back window looking at everything.
Okay, we're leaving now. We're back to the 5 o'clock ferry. That's okay. We could stay in this town. I feel like we should stay.
Why don't we go down that way?
No, we go
So
further.
looking at this.
Oh no, is she taking us to the right spot?
Well, we're heading to another road we've been on.
Did you see anybody?
The odd time you see someone, but the noise really carries, so if you hear voices,
I heard voices, but I didn't see anybody.
they'll be somewhere in the community.
Here's the ferry, but it looks like lots of junk cars, right?
Well, I don't know that they're necessarily all junked. Some probably are. Oh, there's someone on the ferry.
The service is pretty good. It was,
Yeah, it is.
we're
And
there
especially
and it's
considering it seems to have a staff of 3.
and also basically it's almost free.
Yeah. Oh look, there's a seaplane over there. Where it's going.
Oh, see, there's another one waiting there.
Oh, they have to go back for him.
Oh!
We were almost there. So we're going to get 3 crossings for $5. After getting across on the barge from Fort George, we went into Chisasibi to take a look around. The name Chisasibi means Great River, a fitting title for a community nestled on the banks of the mighty La Grande River, just before it spills into the vast James Bay. The entire community was relocated here in the early 1980s from its original site on Fort George Island, which we just visited.
Oh, this is the police department. Here is the court. The next one is police station. The other one, beside the police station, that's a Cree Human Resources. Here is the hotel. Oh, this big building is a school. Oh, look at the school. It's huge. That is townhouses. Here's the door of the school, right? And this is the end of the building, the school. Look at the school buses. Wow, there's a lot. It's a swimming pool. It's very quiet. This is a school. Yeah, from this angle, see the school? Look at the size.
It's the high school.
Yeah. So he said this is a high school, right?
I'm not sure what the other is.
That's a still school.
Yeah.
Here's the back of the school. He said this one is the pool. This is the kilometer 0 of the highway, which is the airport. Chisasibi Airport.
We don't need to go to the airport, right?
They don't want you to go, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Today we park here for overnight. That's the river. We're going to look at it.
So the highway that we drove into town on, it ends up going up around town and then past the airport, and 1 kilometer later it's a cul-de-sac. So I'm standing at the end of it, and specifically I'm noticing the speed of the flow of the water. I hope this is coming out. And then if you look at the width, this is one gargantuan amount of water flowing. Now apparently up there on the island in the mouth of the river called Fort George, they had to move everyone because it's a sandbar essentially, and with the increased water flow from the James Bay hydroelectric project, they were afraid it would all erode. Well, when we were out there, we didn't actually see the erosion, but certainly I can see their reason for worrying about it.
Yeah, I think this is the residential neighborhood. It's all like almost like all the same houses.
Yes, that's right.
You can see goodbye. Today we're leaving. This is their downtown. That's the mall. A teepee, so cute. The Tim Hortons inside, that's the hospital. This is the arena.